we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Washington Huskies, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Clemson Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Rushes on him. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The give to the back. Breaks the tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Power football with the run. And he'll be brought down.
Man, is it nice to be able to hand the football to a guy that can break tackles, that can make something out of nothing. Just, it makes it so much easier on offense. You can hit that big play, the big home run. Just the ability to break tackles can make a back really special.
They'll go to the ground. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a 1st down. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the game.
Oh, he's got some space. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
Trying to power it in. He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Clemson. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Runs ahead and powers its way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He leaves it with his back. Got enough for the first. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense set on 1st down. Looking to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Turning it on. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. At the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
Ready to try the point after. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Florida took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to Gainesville. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Yeah, I just feel watching this offense, they need a big play. They need their confidence to get going, get the mojo going, considering they really struggled their last time out. They just don't seem to have figured it out.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited, so good. Just great players. They're always big and strong and fast and physical, and they get after your quarterback.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Got it looking for the first down. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
That's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up, great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce 1-2.
Couldn't fight his way out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
And that's exactly what you call complementary football. The punter doing a great job downing the opponent inside their own 5-yard line. Then the defense takes the field, and they get the safety. You've got to love that if you're the head coach.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Another delay of game penalty. This is just sloppy. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Might be changing the route. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. That's reeled in. It's Davis. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Unloads to the right. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Firing to the right, complete. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. Snags it. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. Slams ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Try to add another to their lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will... the 25-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They're dealing with a second and long. The play action fake. The throw. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Quickly complete. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Well, they've done nothing on offense so far, but if they can put some points on the board before halftime, it could really change things.
No doubt. Go into the locker room with some good juices, some good vibes, and momentum can switch a game in a heartbeat. But this offense hasn't had much to cheer about yet. That play gives them one play. Now let's go build on it and make something happen before the half.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. To the ground with the back. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Quick release by the QB.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind him. Nice job.
The Huskies lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on third down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there. Now it's fourth down.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. And the Huskies getting set on first and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gonna look downfield again. It's complete to the right. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Touchdown, Washington! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Well, let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Michigan came through with a lunch pail, hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact this wasn't ever really in question. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. This drive will open from the 15. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Well, no question where this quarterback is going to be trying to go with the football in this game, right? He's looking for his big play wideout, and the defense knows it. They had him double covered that time.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He might want another play. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on second down. What a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Washington Huskies, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This Give it to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Find space on the right. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. Productive pass offense for the Huskies, and they've had a long line of quarterbacks who've gone on to the pros.
Yeah, a lot of guys that you can think of. Warren Moon obviously was so dynamic, so good, but guys that were surgical, guys that read the defenses, made the decisions, made big plays. That's what the Husky fans want to see.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Keeps it on the bootleg. He'll pull it down.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, third and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. Makes the grab, pass the marker. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's fourth down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal.
Back's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Washington.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll leave it with him. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Can't get him to the ground. They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Wants to go up top on first down. catch in the middle. It's Perkins. Ripping through the defense. Flying down the right side. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, given 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God with this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
What a break. I tell you what, the returner caught a huge break. That football getting on the deck with all that speed on the field, but he was able to go recover it.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. There he goes. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys. They usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
2 teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. Notre Dame went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Irish always get everyone's best punch, but today they took that punch and delivered a knockout of their own. Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, lost a throw. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Gonna swing it on second down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season, offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
The short hands, it's Briggs. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run it. It's Winton. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to Pater.
This is an offense that really relies on its running game on that second down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Give to the back. Plows through the defense. Didn't get much done on that line. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some help?
And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson!
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. Fires to the middle. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Grab near the marker. It's Perkins. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. The Tigers have pushed it inside the 20. Looking downfield on 1st down. Lets it fly. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And these QB's had some success, man, throwing the football to the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score. But, man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
So many offenses do this, right? They run the jet sweep. This defense was more than ready. They see it all the time. They got the penetration. That play had no chance to be successful.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Makes the grab on the left. Still on his feet at the 45. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Wants to fire on second down. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down in 2nd and 4.
You know, with defense, it's this pick-or-poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Clemson. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going going right to work up top. Makes the catch. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw on 1st down. The quick out. Turning it on.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete. This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
And run the football, you're ahead, you can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance.
Ernie on the Jets. Running inside the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic, and this guy is having himself a day.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Tough to beat action, gentlemen. You know that. And let's take a look at the highlights. Bowling Green is just getting blown off the field right now. I mean, like him or hate him, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 14 to West Virginia. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Gets it out fast.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
The Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Off-play action on 1st down. He'll pull it down and run. Breaks into the open. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
He's showing you all the tools in the toolbox now. We saw earlier in the game his ability throwing the football, and now you're getting to see it with him running too. This guy is the definition of a dual threat quarterback, and right now this defense has no answer for him.
Back to the ground game on the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Second down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
The give to the single back. They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A third down stop. Now to see what they do on fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. Splits the uprights. Good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front he could not protect him well enough.
And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which color jerseys they're wearing? And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Tiger.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
The corners are walked up tight. Give to the running back. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And a missed connection on third down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. On the run, it's Quinton.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
just feeds the running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? They're facing a third down. Making side adjustments here. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On third down, he drops to throw. And it's knocked away, incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the third quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They kick it away on fourth down. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Defense in press coverage. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's going to run it. Knocked off his feet.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Thanks to grab. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's in the game and get something cooking.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Well, that play never had a chance. On fourth down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on fourth.
The give to the back. Runs through the tackle. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Toss sweep to the right. Got room to work. There he goes. Touchdown, Clemson. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Got the back over the middle. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. They're working that left side. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
Outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
With that last touchdown, looks like they're going to start this season 4-0, and you've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. But they've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
The defense is dialed in right now, guys. They've got the lead. They're expecting pass. Offense trying to go for verticals, but all game long, this defense has stepped up, and they force another incompletion.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks. Washington sends out the punt team. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. A low line drive and short kick. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really, really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football in first downs. So they'll take anything they can get. Nice 3rd down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it 3rd and short. Find a way to get this offense in an upward trajectory because so far this season, they've really struggled.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, the inside give. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Huskies. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
And they did tack on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. They stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pouring it on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players, more physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.